Guys, we have got to talk about a brand new skin style called Runic Jonesy and how to unlock him. And real quick guys, before we get into the video, if you want to log in and see that you've unlocked all of the Runic styles for the skins, imagine how amazing that would be. Leave a thumbs up on the video, but be fast before it starts. But yes guys, we've got to talk about something brand new called Runic Jonesy, as well as going over a bunch of hidden stuff with the Spire and the story overall. Like guys, seriously, you have got to see this stuff. But before we get into it, the skin for the skin challenge in the last video was Raven, a really OG skin, so I left hearts on a bunch of the comments that got that right, and I say this time around let's do this skin right here. So comment down below if you know the name of it, and I will leave hearts on a bunch of the comments that get it right. Also, be sure to let me know if you use code SIRS in the item shop. That helps support the channel, and I'll leave hearts on a bunch of those comments as well. And of course guys, be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, because I've got some awesome videos planned that, trust me, you do not want to miss. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into it here. Alright guys, now let's get into it with the stuff about Runic Jonesy. Why does he stop doing the emote so fast? Do a different emote or something. But yes, the first stuff, and he stopped again. Wow. Anyways, the first stuff that has to do with the Runic style for Jonesy is actually hidden within the Battle Pass. That's right guys, if you go through the Battle Pass, there are some certain items that have some interesting clues towards things happening in the future of Fortnite. Like for example, we had talked about this one in a previous video, the Spire's Shadow, and how it shows the Spire and like potential new locations. But there is yet another loading screen that shows some clues as well. Like for example, you've got this one right here, which shows one of the Jonesy styles that is already in the game. But it is intriguing that the bus is actually a different color, and that it also shows what seems to be the special Rocket League car on the map. But again, he's also looking at the Spire, and as we know, Jonesy obviously has a huge connection to the Spire. But then if you scroll down even further into the loading screens, you will find this one right here called Glyph Raider, which has the special Rez style that has to do with the Spire itself and also the Runic styles. Because take a look here, you see Glyph Rez with these special symbols on the side of him. Now keep that in mind guys, because we'll circle around back to that in just a second, but we need to head onto the map here. But for this thing, I just want to hop into a private match here. As you can see, it is just us on the map, so we don't have to worry about other people interrupting, but we got to take a look at Spire Rez, because he actually has some important clues about Runic Jonesy. Or actually, hold on a second, before we go over there, let's take a look at Colossal Crops. There's a clue we need to find over there. Alright, so jumping out of the battle bus, let's head on down there. We are looking for a special character. Yes, he is there. It is the ghost version of Rez, which is really intriguing because we know that Glyph Rez is over at the Spire, and like as a part of the story, he is at the Spire, but then there's a Rez over here as well. So I'm curious if he has anything interesting to say that got updated. And okay, he just says you've been keeping an eye on the Spire lately, which is his normal dialogue. But wait, what is this right here? We get to ask him an extra question. Let's see what's going on with you. Something wrong, isn't it? I mean, yeah, dude, you're literally all glitchy. What do you mean? Okay, let's continue asking him questions. I think I've made a huge mistake. Oh my goodness, guys, this stuff is crazy. And wait, that's it? Still though, he's made a huge mistake? Obviously, he's referring to him being over at the Spire now and becoming like one with the Spire's energy, but why would that be a mistake? Oh, and look at that, we just got the unvaulted infantry rifle from the new update, which is sweet. But yeah, guys, with that being said, I think for the next part of this, we need to actually take a look at the Spire itself, as well as Glyph Master Rez, and how it pertains to Agent Jones in the Runic style. And actually, guys, while we're doing that, I want to show you a cool little trick you can use to eliminate Rez fairly easily. And first things first, you need to find one of these right here. This is actually the fastest way to eliminate Rez, is by just finding one of these items. Now after that, we need to head up onto the Spire, just like so, and then see where our Rez buddy actually is. He's got to be somewhere around here. Oh, I see his footsteps. All right. So now that we know where he is, we just need to somehow get a shot on him. Like, I can't see from up here. And I also need to be careful. But all right, we need to get a shot on him, just like, okay, we hit the side of it. Maybe something like this will work better. Okay, there we go. And we can bring him up. And then look at all the damage he took. If we can cause him to take fall damage, it doesn't count as damage from his shield. Let's try that one more time. Oh my goodness, look at that. And he lands all the way down there and loses so much of his health. For some reason, he gets launched even higher. Like, he has lower gravity. Oh, here we go. This is literally perfect. Look at that. He's gonna take so much fall damage, 1250, and we got the elimination so fast. Let's go. So yeah, guys, that is a super fast way to get Rez's explosive bow as well, which is obviously obviously a fun item. Look at that. But again, we're not focusing on that. We're actually focusing on the story-related stuff to Glyphmaster Raz. Now, one of the things is that when you interact with Raz, you obviously get an updated collections page. So let's look through here. Where is he? He's in here somewhere. There he is, Raz. So take a look at his description. On a mission to uncover the Spire's secrets. Ever since he was a boy, the Spire has called to Raz in his dreams. Now, after a lifetime of training, he is finally ready to tackle its darkest mysteries. So yes, guys, there is a lot going on with that, and obviously it ties into the Spire Challenges storyline that we received recently, but I'm more curious about like the darkest mysteries of the Spire. If we go into our locker and find that Raz style, it turned him into this dark being that emanates energy from the Spire. So obviously he's not like friendly anymore, right? And he's attacking us on the map. Not only that, guys, you can see that his special mask even gets like engulfed with this darkness. You can see the difference there with the original, and what I find even more intriguing is that he still has this thing right here. I forget the exact name of it from the Spire Challenges, but it's like a piece of the Spire, and it is emanating different symbols that seem to be the same type of symbols from Kevin the Cube. Now guys, if we hop into a replay of fighting Raz, there's something really cool that can be seen. So like, check this out. As you guys know, Raz has this special ability. I'll slow it down here for a second, but he has this special ability where he throws like energy up into the air and then uses it to attack you. But something you may not have noticed, because it's really hard to see when he's dealing damage to you, is that he's actually calling in a piece of the Spire and using its energy to create an attack. Like, look at that right there. It's an actual shard of the Spire, which looks very similar to like these right here, which is something we may have to talk about in another video. But again, there is a specific reason for this that connects to the Runic Jonesy style. Now then, how does all of this connect to Agent Jones and the Runic Jonesy skin? Well, let's first take a look at the Runic Styles themselves, because they obviously connect to this a ton. Now, first things first, have you ever wondered why only 3 of the skins from the Battle Pass got the special styles this season, whereas in previous seasons, pretty much every skin within the Battle Pass was able to unlock some sort of special bonus style for leveling up past level 100. Like, for example, during the Marvel season, we got all of the different comic book styles for, I'm pretty sure, most if not all of the skins that Battle Pass. But again, this time around we only have 3, which are Tirana, Raz, and Spire Assassin. But guys, think about it. Every one of those skins has to do directly in some way with the Spire. If we look in our collections page, Tirana has like these special visions about the Spire, and not only that, she was the one who was the start of the Spire Challenges, who we had to go to at the very beginning. Then obviously you have Raz, which, as we already talked about in the video, has very clear connections to the Spire. And then finally Spire Assassin, who literally has Spire in her name. She was the guardian of the Spire before Raz took over. And then with the other skins in the Battle Pass, obviously you have like Lara Croft and Raven, but those have no connection to the Spire. But guys, there's one other skin that does have a connection to it, and that is Agent Jones. I mean, he probably has the most interactions with it, considering he was there at the very start when it was all formed. So with all of that being said, he has to get a Runic style in the near future. It would only make sense. And before we take a closer look at what that style will look like, I also want to mention some intriguing things about all of these Runic styles in and of themselves. If you go onto Epic Games' website and find a specific article that mentions all of these Runic styles and how to level up and get them, they give us some interesting clues about the styles themselves. Like, for example, first of all, the Chromium styles. They say they are Spire inspired, which is kind of a funny thing to say, but they say they are made of the metal that composed Season 6's Central Monument, which that in and of itself is kind of intriguing because I didn't really notice that it was built out of metal. I kind of thought it was more rock, but according to this, we have official confirmation that it is in fact metal. But guys, it only gets more interesting from there. If you go on here, it says Runic Styles. From new fissures in the metal, Runic Styles emit a purple light representing the Spire's energy. That is super intriguing because it confirms yet again that the Spire's energy is purple, which is very, very reminiscent of Kevin the Cube and his energy, considering that he was purple. And if you couple that with all of the things about the symbols on that one artifact that Raz has, the ones that look super similar to Kevin the Cube, it seems like, again, we've got so many connections to the old Kevin. And then finally with the gold styles, it says that the purple light remains, but the metal has transformed into brilliant gold. And then says a blessing from the Spire. So yeah, pretty interesting overall. But with all of that being said, guys, Agent Jones could follow the same exact styles like this and become a runic style himself. However, he could also become slightly different. I don't know if he would get all 3 styles, but like, for example, I made this concept right here showing how he may interact with the spire and get a special style for himself. Now, again, the main thing about the runic styles is how it emanates the spire's energy, which Jonesy does perfectly right here. He not only has the energy like within him, but also circling around, which looks awesome. And then as for how we're going to be able to unlock this, it's very possible we get more spire challenges similar to the ones that allowed us to unlock Rez, a very similar style. And I mean, that makes a ton of sense because we still have quite a bit of time left in season 6, and we really haven't gotten any info on what has happened to Agent Jones. So guys, I'm hoping to see this very, very soon. But anyways, that is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications for more fun videos like this coming up very, very soon. On top of that, you can check out some of my previous videos here, such as going over new mythic items that are being added into Fortnite. That's an awesome one. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.